Stephen, that's a frustrating one. Dominating large spells of the game, certainly dominating possession, but punished by 2 goals there.
It's probably summed up where we've been in the last 3 or 4 games where, you know, I've been pleased with a lot of general play. Probably at times the final thing we do with the ball. You know, with some good crosses in, with some misplaced passes in the final third, that final shot. So I think, you know, the bottom 2/3 are fine. It's just that final thing we do with the ball. It's kind of letting us down a little bit. Even last week at Ross County, you know, we played ever so well. You know, but you get emotional after the game because you concede 4 goals. And I think it's 4 goals last week that could have been affected. And I think the 2 today could have been affected. So the message coming into the game was almost, be ruthless in your own box and be ruthless in their box. And again, we weren't today. So it's, you know, I'm more disappointed for them because they put so much into it. We're not getting the rub of the green. They're not getting the reward for how well they're playing. And it is easy sometimes to think about the result. You know, him celebrating there, I think it was the World Cup they were playing in today. But, you know, for our players, it's hard to keep motivating them, keep pushing them on and say, you're actually doing okay. You're doing well. Keep doing your good habits. Your luck will change and things will go with you. So a little bit frustrating for them. But we just keep working on, keep pushing on, keep demanding of them. You know, they're taking the information on really well. Of course there's sloppiness in the game. They're young boys trying to make the win the game. So frustrated day overall.
It's the $1 million question, if you like. Then how do you feel you get that little bit extra out the boys moving forward from here?
Well, it's almost just repetition. You keep doing it and doing it and doing it. You have to almost continually put them in that position. You know, if it's final third play, if it's crossing, if it's finishing, if it's hold up, all that stuff has to be done continually every day, and it is. You know, central defenders passing, midfield rotation, getting on the ball, all that stuff. You know, you don't just turn up on a Monday or Tuesday and it happens. We have to work on it, and we do. And you can see it. You know, I think we're well organised. I think we're good in possession. We're good to watch. At times we're open. But, you know, if you want to win the game, sometimes you have to overcommit and push people forward. But just the individual defending and 1v1 situations, you know, things that are letting us down, things we maybe didn't get punished for earlier in the season, we're now getting punished for when we're taking little risks in our play, and that's hard to take.
One of the things that you've always spoken about is that under 20s level, if you like, the boys are going to make mistakes at times, and it just seems to be a case that those mistakes were punished today because, like we said, the majority of the game was dominated. Well,
we want them to take the ball and play. We don't want to come and just lump the ball up and down the pitch and hope we get something. We want them to take risks effectively. We want them to take the ball in positions in the pitch which puts them under pressure, that shows they can cope, and the mentality has to be, you want to play with the football. There's no point in turning up and just, you know, hoping something happens for you. You've got to try and force the game sometimes. So they are going to make mistakes. They are going to make wrong decisions. They are going to charge out of defence or you know, have a poor header defensively or let someone turn in your box. That's going to happen. But with, you know, we sit down, we go through it with them. We want them to get better. I think they are getting better. The results haven't reflected that. You know, but some of the performances today were very good. You know, some of the individual performances were good. Some of the team play, some of the team pattern was good. But to push on, they have to get a more consistent basis. I think I've continually said it since I had this. For the manager to trust you in the first team, you know, you have to do it on a consistent basis. And when the manager comes to me and says, what do you think? I'll say, yeah, the last 5 or 6 weeks, he's at it. There's no mistakes. He's on his game. Right, it's time to move up. So sometimes they take 2 or 3 games are fine, and they drop off 1 or 2. So that's why the likes of Alan Campbell and Chris Cadden moved up when they did, because they were able to do it in the under-20s continually and push them on. That's the challenge for this set.
Well, Stephen, thanks again for your time. I appreciate it.
Boys.